Hello, Sagittarius. Elsie here to do a reading for you for the week ahead. Welcome to the weekend, friends. I think I'm doing this on a Sunday, and you'll probably get it this evening, but maybe first thing in the morning after midnight. Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you, Saggies, my fire family. I'm here to do a reading for you. We are going to do, and we have been doing for all the other signs, a 9-card read today. And I just want to say, just remember, this is a general reading, and this is not just a reading for the sun signs. This is a reading for sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs. So if you have Sagittarius anywhere in there, this could be a reading for you. Let's find out what is going on. And at the end of this read, I'm going to tell you about how to find the extended and also about private reads. We'll talk about that. Hang around till the end. Let's talk about the 9-card draw for Sagittarius, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter, Saggies. We've got the 6 of Pentacles. We've got the 8 of Wands in the reverse. Feels like some reciprocal energy has stopped in its tracks. You're no longer hearing from someone, no longer talking to someone, and wondering what is going on. Yeah. So I'm going to say that it feels like somebody's doing that intentionally. That's what it feels like, Sag. They're intentionally holding back. So 7 of Pentacles is throwing the seeds of intention and then nurturing whatever it is that you've planted. And I feel like somebody here has stopped nurturing a connection with you, and you're wondering what the heck? What the heck is going on? Because the 8 of Wands in the reverse tells me that something here has stopped in its tracks. It's no longer moving. I don't hear from you anymore. You don't communicate with me as much as you did. We were in this reciprocal energy thing, but it feels like somebody here is doing this intentionally. Tell me more about Sagittarius, please. We've got the Empress energy. We've got the King of Cups energy. Somebody is keeping something under the surface here. We've got the King of Wands. It feels like somebody was pursuing you and now they've stopped. Now this could be a friend. It doesn't have to be romantic. There's nothing here that says it is. It could be a friendship. It could be something that was growing pretty sturdily, pretty steady. Everybody was working hard on it. And then it just stopped in its tracks. No more emotional connection here. So I don't know if this is romantic or if this is platonic, but it feels like with the 2 of Cups here, that somebody here was deepening the connection. They were interested in deepening the connection, but it feels like they got scared, like somebody got a little skittish. Is it you or is it them? Like it feels like somebody here got a bit skittish. It feels like you thought things were, it feels like somebody's like going back and forth and back and forth. I'm just going to say I'm looking at water. I kept looking at water and fire, and it reminded me of temperance. That's what temperance is, water and fire. Somebody has not landed on whether this is something they want to spend all of their extra time on. Now, this could be you or somebody else, but this to me is giving me stability. It's giving me abundance. Tell me more about this. Got Taurus and Libra here. You could have one of those placements. You don't have to. Maybe the other person is an Empress. Tell me about Sagittarius. Yeah, I feel like you're not chasing this person. So if they have stopped communicating, I feel like you're like, well, it's up to them. Like I sent the last message. Why aren't they messaging me back? I feel like you just don't really know why things have, the emotional connection has stopped here. We've got the Hanged Man. So I feel like the Empress is like, look, I know my worth. I'm not going to chase you about. I'm not going to keep sending you messages if you're not going to answer. I feel like the Empress, whoever this is, it could be you, right? The Empress is all of the queens, and the Queen of Wands is Sagittarian energy. But the Hanged Man is telling me I need a perspective on this because we were doing so good with the reciprocal energy and all of a sudden everything stopped. I think somebody felt their feelings. Someone got in their feels. I think it could be something like that. Tell me more. We've got the 6 of Swords. Somebody got all sketched out about their feelings. They started to feel something. You know what it was? It's like the King of Cups always keeps things under the surface, right? You're never going to know how the King of Cups feels on the surface, feminine or masculine. But somebody here was keeping their feelings underneath the surface, and as those feelings began to rise, somebody got all sketched out. Feels like the Six of Swords is telling me they started to feel chaotic in the mind about what was going on here. It almost feels like I'm going to say they see your worth. If you're the Empress, they do see your worth. It's not that they don't think you're worth it. They do think you're worth it. That's why they began communicating with you at the beginning. But I feel like this person, I think that you touched a place in their emotional self that freaked them out just a little bit. That's why they stopped communicating. Because now they feel a little bit chaotic and they're trying to calm their nerves, calm their mind. Tell me more. We have the Queen of Cups. That's why. This person sees you as their equal. They see you as you held up the mirror. That's what it was, Sag. You held up the mirror and it freaked them out. There's going to be a reunion here. This is going to resume at some point. There's 2 cups here on the King of Cups, and there's 1 cup here in the hand of the Queen. I'm looking at 3 cups. It does feel like there is going to be some sort of reunion. We'll get back together and talk about it. But this person is going to have to pursue you because you're not going to pursue them. The Empress doesn't. The Empress is like, look, I'm going to give you all the reciprocal energy you want. Absolutely. You text me, I'll text back right away. This isn't the person who's going to leave anybody on red. This person is going to give reciprocal energy. But if somebody stops talking to you, I feel like you're like, well, I don't know what that's about. I think you're trying to find your perspective here. Everything has stopped or is in now a pause, and you're trying to get a perspective of what was going on here. I'm going to put down 2 cards. We're going to look at what's going on underneath the surface here, Sag. We have the Hierophant. And we have the 6 of Wands. I think that's what it is. I think somebody here, when we're dealing with fixed signs, we could be dealing with the King of Wands, or we could be dealing with the King of Cups, right? They have wisdom. The kings have wisdom, feminine or masculine. And this is somebody this is not their first rodeo. It does feel like this person started to feel, I feel like you held up the mirror to them. And what I mean is that you had feelings for them. And so when you held up the mirror, they looked in the mirror and realized they have feelings for you as well. And I think that the feelings are mutual but heavy, like the Hierophant is here. It's like this person automatically saw themselves in the future with you, and I think it freaked them out. I think they felt exposed because the 6 of Wands is here, right? I think they were fighting for your attention. Like a lot of people vie for the attention of the Empress, and if the Empress gives one person their energy, count yourself lucky, because this person knows their worth and they are seeing worth in you if they give their time to you, right? So the King of Wands energy, the 6 of Wands energy is about coming back from the fight, coming back from the war. It's about getting victory, but it's also understand exposure under the sun. That's Leo. So this person felt exposed. They felt vulnerable. You make them feel their feelings, and they're used to being in control of their feelings. They're used to keeping them under the surface. I think you freaked them out just a little bit. Tell me about the 8 of Wands in the reverse. Why did everything just come to a screeching halt? You're like, I thought we were working on this. I thought we were working on reciprocal energy, and all of a sudden, nothing. There we go, right? So the Lovers is here. Somebody chose to stop communicating because I feel like their feelings got really big really fast, or whatever. They were such an expert. Like when you're dealing with Scorpio, and you could have a Scorpio placement, like maybe you are a Scorpio and you're here looking at a Sag rising or cross-watching for somebody. With the King of Cups is really good at keeping everything under the surface, giving you the poker face. But if things begin to rise, this one's gonna check out. Going to check out. And they don't like not being in control of their feelings, and I think it was somebody's choice here to check out for a minute. Yep, 2 of Swords. Somebody felt blocked emotionally. So you know what it was when you held up the mirror to them? They realized that there were holes in the boat. Too many holes for them to plug all at once. I feel like all the emotions began to fall out. You know what I mean? It feels like they realized where their weak spots were. You make them feel weak. Like, I don't mean weak like they can't take care of themselves or life in general. I mean weak in the knees kind of weak, like emotionally weak. We've got the Justice card. So I'm going to say that this is a temporary pullback, because I feel like this person is pulling back because they need to restore these people are really in control, right? These are the Stoics, really in control of themselves. So somebody here has pulled back. Look, the Emperor can be, the Empress can be masculine or feminine because of, Libra being masculine energy, Taurus being feminine energy. So we could be talking about a man or a woman, right? But it feels like somebody here with the Justice energy is doing a pullback, stopped communication because they know they have a choice to make. I feel like they feel really called out without words. They felt called out with emotions because you had feelings for them, and when you held up the mirror, they skedaddled. Yeah. They took off running, I think, or just pulled back their energy because it made them it freaked them out just a little bit, because now once they show their feelings on the surface, they're no longer in control. And that's the strength of the Queen of Cups. That the Queen of Cups, although is when she's not in the Empress energy, and this one is at risk of being emotionally depleted, I feel like you're in control of your emotions, but you're also not scared to show your emotions. The King of Cups doesn't like to show their emotions. Tell me about this Empress, please. We've got the Death card. So if you're the Empress, I think that you think this is over. Somebody's put up a boundary and gone into Hermit energy. Can't even. Yeah. So I think that you think this is over. This is done. This person's backed away, and they've put up a boundary, and they've gone into Hermit mode here. So it feels like because of the silence, and death being here, that you think it's completely over. I'm going to say do not mistake silence for the ending of something. It could just be a period of transformation. Because I feel like this is a separation that is temporary, just until somebody gets their balance back, till somebody can restore it, then they're going to go ahead and do the right thing. So I feel like this is going to be a temporary split. Tell me about the Six of Swords. Got the Five of Pentacles. So yeah, definitely this person has put themselves on the outside looking in, because you know what? You rocked their comfort zone. They felt like they were no longer in control of their feelings, because when you held the mirror up, you're the one who's not scared of feeling your feelings, and they are the ones that are terrified of feeling their feelings. Look, they haven't lost hope. They haven't lost hope. I think that maybe they realize that they're more of a powerful manifestor than they ever realized. But I think that this person, I want to say, is dealing with the wound of rejection. When the King of Cups is stoic, when you get to be the King of Cups, yes, you are emotionally intelligent, but listen, it's a how can I say, a protective thing when you don't show your feelings on the surface, because you know that you've been through this rodeo before and you showed your feelings too easily, and you become the King of Cups, and that is emotional intelligence, not showing all of your cards all at once. So this one with the poker face here, I feel like somebody here knew that this is a good connection, saw the future of a commitment, and it feels like this the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Cups tells me this person automatically went to, this person's going to reject me. This feels way too good. This person is going to reject me, and then I'm going to be on the outside looking in. That's what the chaos of the mind is here. I feel like they are hopeful that things will work out, but I think that somebody here is pulled back for those reasons. I think it's temporary, to be honest. Let's talk about the King of Wands, because the King of Wands is the one who is going to go and get whatever it is they want. They're never going to leave money on the table. They're never going to leave a deal on the table. They're definitely not going to leave a relationship on the table. If they really want to pursue it, they will have it. There's not a damn thing you can do to the King of Wands to stop them from getting what they want. We've got the Temperance card. See, it's the moment of alchemy that this king is waiting for. I feel like this person felt pulled in emotionally. And I don't think you did anything manipulative. I don't see the Magician here. So I don't think you did anything manipulative, but I feel like they felt pulled in deeply, like super deep. But the thing about the King of Cups, they're deep as the ocean, but they will be the lamppost in the morning. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can get this person to show you all of it, like, woo, they pour out all of it. It's like a big wave of emotion. And the next time you see them, they're like a lamppost, because they're suffering vulnerability hangover. So the Temperance energy here tells me that this person in a moment of alchemy, once they feel healed enough, I feel the answer is yes, they are going to pursue you again. So this is just temporary. This person, I feel, feels exposed, and they're trying to regroup. The Seven of Swords tells me that they're trying to conceal who they really are, conceal their feelings. I feel like the King of Wands energy feels like ride shotgun to the King of Cups. This is where we get into the ego when we don't want to deal with our feelings. It feels like there's what you don't see that's under the surface, or what's being concealed from you, is that Temperance is here. And once this person feels balanced enough, healed enough to be able to tell you, speak with you and tell you, speak their emotions or speak their feelings, that's what's going to happen here. I feel like there's going to be a conversation. So this person is going to slow things down. And I feel like they're going to slow things down because I feel like they felt really pulled into the deep end. And I think it freaked them out. So I feel like this person is up in their head at the current moment, 7 of Swords, 1 in the hand of the Queen. This person is in a mental prison at this point, waiting for Temperance to tell them to go get what they want. So I feel like we are looking at somebody who is going to pursue, but I feel like the reason they pulled back is because they really fell in deep. That's what it feels like here. Oh, look, the wheel is here. I don't think you have much to worry about because the wheel is all about change, positive change, right? And according to this reading, this is going to be positive change. We'll talk more about the wheel as we go into the extended. If you want to be in the extended and watch me clarify the rest of this, we'll talk about what's under the surface. We'll talk about what is changing. Yep, that person's going to speak. Whatever they say is going to change everything. We'll talk about that. If you want to go to the extended with us, then please look above the comments. There is one pinned comment. Click on read more. And you will see that there's a link there for the membership area. If you want to come join us, you will get 4 extendeds in a month for all of the signs you're watching for. So for each sign that you're watching for. Also, I do some things over there in the membership area that I don't do on the wider platform. So if you're interested in joining in with that, specialty readings and such. I also am doing private reads, and please know that I am on schedule. So if you're interested in a private reading, I do them pre-recorded. I also do them live. You do have to pre-book the live reading. So if you're interested in speaking to me on the phone, face-to-face, in chat, we can do it in text if you'd prefer that. We can do that. I type 100 words a minute, so we'll get through it pretty quick. But if we're interested in doing that, then please look at my schedule. You'll need to pre-book that between 5 and 75% off the live reads. If you're interested in a pre-recorded read, then please take a look at the link to Hypsee. You'll see all of my packages. They begin at $25, 48-hour turnaround time, and they go up from there. So go ahead and check that out. We're going to go to the extended. If you're there, great. I'll see you there. And if not, that's okay, because I'll be back. Because why? Because I'm always back, Sag. You know that I'd never leave you out here alone in the wilderness. I'm going to go for now. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.